Welcome. I'm Mark Cass, Executive Director of the Northside Learning Center. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. This is our first ever virtual event, but COVID-19 can't keep us from our annual ritual of celebrating our accomplishments, of students and families, of volunteers, and the growth and development of our organization. As you're aware, this is our 10th anniversary, so we're reflecting not only on this past year, but all of the years since our founding. We are a learning center where everyone learns: students, volunteers, staff, board, and the community at large. We utilize the gifts of every person, even as we address areas of need. Certainly, limited English is a need, but the learners bring great intelligence, experience, resources, and resilience to us. You've heard from Use of Soul some of that history and our work since COVID. Speaking of COVID, it is clear that as a nation and world, we were not prepared. But in many ways, the Northside Learning Center was. Not really by design or any knowledge of the coming pandemic, but by the way we do our work, this idea of mutuality and our strengths-based approach. That's why our staff, board, and volunteers are largely immigrants and refugees themselves, using their gifts of multiple languages, understanding cultures and their relationships. This is why I say we were prepared. We activated those relationships right away, so we were able to do outreach, assessment, and share vital information. That is our strength and why we are so vital to our community and our neighborhood. So now, here's an abbreviated version of our update. As we've entered our second decade of service, we've begun to refer to ourselves as the Northside Learning Center 2.0. The last 3 years, we've experienced incredible growth, primarily through the generous support of the Allen Family Foundation and the Reisman Foundation, as well as our other funders and donors. We now have 3 full-time staff, an executive and an assistant director, as well as our operations manager. And in our history, the purchase of our building in 2014 really set the stage for that growth. The past year, we invested a lot of time, thanks to the Gifford Foundation and their capacity building program called Power 3. On the program side, our education, we're thrilled to report that our high school graduation rate for Northside Learning Center students is over 95% for the last 3 years. That's 50% better than the citywide average. We also have a record number of Northside Learning Center students in college this year, some now graduating. That's the benefit of having been around for 10 years. We've been able to work with people long term. We continue to have adults gain English, go to work, and begin to live their dreams. And I do just want to mention, last summer we were able to do a very large youth employment program in partnership with the city, the county, CNY Works, and other agencies. We supported 45 young people in their first jobs, helping them to have a positive experience, 14 of whom worked here at the center and part of our summer programming. Another highlight of the year was a visit by Ruth Colvin. At 103 years old, she's still working, vibrant. She visited every classroom. I think she actually talked to every student. She is a real inspiration to us, and I think Ruth was inspired by her visit as well. You're going to witness and hear more about the Neratio Fellowship Program, a first-time program last summer. So I just want to take the opportunity to thank Ahmed Badr, an amazing young man, founder of Neratio, who worked closely with Bryce Nordquist, a Syracuse University faculty member, on developing this incredible program. And I also want to thank the inaugural group of 11 fellows who took a leap of faith and invested lots of their time last summer in this incredible experience. One of the other highlights of the year was the expanding of our horizons and opportunities for our students. Through the purchase of a 15-passenger van led by a team in the leadership classroom of young people here, we were able to do trips like this college visit to Colgate University. They toured the campus, had lunch in the dining hall, attended a cultural music festival, did a number of other college visits, and our younger students also had opportunities to get to places that we couldn't have done in the past. I do just want to identify and thank our team. Kofi Adai, our new associate director, brings a wealth of experience in adult literacy, worked for Pro Literacy, and did international development work and literacy for social change programming. More recently, Kofi was with the dialogue program at Interfaith Works and has built a solid reputation and great relationships with the schools, both urban and suburban, as well as with the broader community. And I want to thank Hussein Yero, our operations manager. All of our staff do an incredible job. Our lead teachers, our other support staff, and I just want to thank each and every one of them for their contributions. During this capacity building power program, one of the areas identified was the need to expand our board. We have an incredibly vibrant, talented, and committed board, but we need to be larger, and we're looking for some experience in a few areas. We're looking for people from the legal, accounting, and marketing and communications professions, as well as people with development experience. Last year was also a banner year in terms of revenue. We had total income of $375,000, primarily from grants, but also from contracts from donors who are critical to our success every year and through rent and consulting income. So I just want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank each and every supporter, funder, volunteer who worked with us this past year. And now you're in for a treat. You're going to hear from an incredible young woman, Nida Al-Jabaran, who's pictured in the center of this photo, who's going to share a little bit about her experience with the Northside Learning Center and some exciting news she has to share. Thanks.